Well, welcome to another Faith Horizons podcast. I'm here with John. John has invited his friend Josh Paxton with Calvary University.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, John.
Oh, you're welcome.
Welcome, Josh.
Hello. It's good to be with you guys.
So cool to learn about Calvary University. So, just to clarify, Calvary University was originally called Calvary Bible College. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. So Calvary Bible College, and this university is located in Belton and has been in Kansas City for at least its current location since 1980.
Yes.
Correct. Anyway, so John, can you just introduce?
Yeah. So Josh is my church, Solid Rock Bible Church, supports Calvary University as part of our missions program. And Josh was one of my very first guests on the Men of the Potter's Hands podcast. And we are planning a missions conference in May, the end of May, that he's going to be part of. And I knew he'd be a great fit to be on here. Yeah. And they are having a missions conference the end of this month that I'm going to go to.
Oh, cool.
So I'm excited about that. I've been wanting to go for years. Finally figured out how to work it in as far as, time off and, so.
That's so cool.
It can be tricky.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And I'm hoping to connect with they're going to launch a baseball team this year, and I'm hoping to connect with their baseball coach about having their baseball team be part of my Los Angeles Sports Show podcast.
Oh, cool. Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we just started.
And I sent him an email.
Started a baseball team this past fall. Coach Mick Simpson.
There's actually a baseball team at Calvary University. That's cool.
Yeah.
So they will be starting to play games. They've been practicing and everything. I believe they played a couple of exhibition games, but they'll be kicking the season off here in the spring. So excited to go out and watch those guys.
So what other sports are involved at Calvary University? Do they have other sports too?
Yes, we have. So we have men's and women's basketball. We have women's volleyball, men's soccer, men's baseball, and then
track and field stuff, or
we don't have track and field. We've had cross country before, but it's in the timeline to start adding some other things.
Oh, so cool.
Along the way as well.
That's so cool. Yeah. All right. So what's your current role? I know you have a very long description of what your actual description is. What's your current role with Calvary University?
So I am the department chair of the Ministry Studies Department. The Ministry Studies Department at Calvary encompasses pastoral studies, youth ministry, children's ministry, and intercultural studies or missions. So really, if you want to summarize it, my role at Calvary is missions. It's teaching students who want to go out and be missionaries.
Oh, cool. That's so cool. And how long have you been at Calvary University?
So it's actually, you asked me this before, and it's actually a little bit more of a complicated answer because as a faculty member, I have been there for 13 years.
Okay.
However, I got both my bachelor's and my master's from Calvary as well. So
okay.
All told, it's probably something like 20. But
oh, wow. That's so cool.
As a faculty member, 13 years.
So you've been on staff with Calvary University for 13 years, but you've been attending or on campus for 20 years.
Wow, yeah.
20 plus years. So that's so cool.
I'm like the itch that won't go away.
So were you originally from Kansas City then, or did you actually come from out of Kansas City?
So it's a long.
This is something we never talked about.
Yeah, it's a long, convoluted story that would take entirely too long.
Yeah.
But I grew up in Maryville, Missouri.
Okay.
So home of the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats.
My sister went there for a while.
That's how most people know Maryville, Missouri.
Yeah.
Or the Spoof Hounds. I am a Spoof Hound. And so, but I grew up there. I went to Warrensburg.
Oh, cool.
To college. And then through several major changes and school changes, later, I actually came to know the Lord my first year of college.
Oh, wow.
And then wound up at Calvary, studying. My bachelor's was in biblical counseling. And then went ahead to get my master's. And then my wife and I joined Avant Ministries in 2009.
Yeah.
And we experienced kind of a failure to launch. It's another long story, but I've had 2 kidney transplants. And
praise God, though.
At the end, yes. Amen. Amen. At the end of that saga, Dr. Clark, who was president of Calvary at the time, called me up and asked me to come and be their missionary in residence. And that was 13 years ago.
Oh, wow. Gee, that's so cool. All right.
Yep.
So what is, we talked about this before, but what is kind of the affiliation of Calvary University?
So Calvary is non-denominational.
Okay.
The closest kind of affiliation that we have has been IFCA, Independent Fundamental Churches of America. We've also had a close relationship with Berean Fellowship of Churches.
Oh, cool.
But we accept students from all over.
From all over the place. And then currently, how many students, I know COVID affected this somewhat, but how many students you currently have on campus and then abroad?
So total, we have around 255 students. We've got around 80 that are on campus.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, that was a massive shift.
Yeah, COVID was a huge shift.
COVID. And with that, we went to doing a lot of things online.
Yeah.
And so really a lot of our focus lately has been kind of rebuilding that on-campus environment.
Yeah.
Hence things like launching a baseball program.
Yeah.
But we do have students all over the world. Like I mentioned, I have a student who's currently in Canada, even though she lives in Japan. I've had students in Indonesia, students in Europe taking classes live, even joining class live. I had one student who would join class at like 2 a.m. their time. So that is commitment right there.
There
That's
you go.
commitment to your education. So, but yes, all over the world.
Any stories from any of the students that you have that are currently abroad?
Man, how public is this going to be? So,
I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
No. I can't. Well, I mean, I can't name names.
Yeah,
but
you don't have to. Yeah.
We do have a couple of recent graduates who just recently went to Africa with Ethnos 360, and they're going to be doing language learning and preparing to be tribal church planters.
So is Ethnos 360 a missions organization?
Ethnos 360 is you're probably familiar with their old name. Their old name is New Tribes Mission.
No, I'm not, but whatever.
Okay. So, yes, Ethnos 360 is a mission agency that basically focuses on unreached tribal
cool.
groups.
Yeah.
And so we have several students who serve with them.
Yeah.
We have a very close relationship with them. I didn't mention earlier, but I'm also the director of the Burnham Center for Global Engagement.
Awesome.
And so many of your listeners might know the names Martin and Gracia Burnham.
Oh, cool.
Martin and Gracia were both graduates of Calvary who served with Ethnos 360 New Tribes Mission at the time, and then experienced a bit of a harrowing tale in the Philippines where they were kidnapped. So,
and then I think the wife survived, and
yes, Gracia survived. Martin unfortunately lost his life when the Philippine government went in to rescue them.
That's harsh. Anyway, so you said you have a few students that are currently now residing in Africa or about to head out.
Oh yeah, well we have students all over the world. I actually have a map in the Sabres, the building where my office is, that has little pins in it of students
where they're all at,
who are serving all over the world, as near as I can approximate it, because things change and I don't always hear back from them. But we have students who are serving the Lord everywhere.
That's so cool. Yeah, that's so cool. So all right, so I originally I lived in Belton probably back in the 1980s. So I was probably 7, 8 years old when Calvary, I think it still was called Calvary Bible College at the time.
Yes, we only became Calvary University. I'm gonna have to guess a little bit, but about 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay,
yeah.
So most people would associate Calvary Bible College with a Bible college type of a system, and I think that's originally how it was created, But since then, you guys have been adding additional programs, right?
So your traditional Bible college is going to be a school which is focused on training people for vocational ministry, or even simply training them to live as Christians in the world.
Maybe even part of what you're doing there, right?
Right.
Okay.
Calvary's mission statement, which has remained consistent throughout the Bible College to University, our mission statement has remained consistent. Our mission statement is to train Christians to live and serve in the church and the world according to a biblical worldview.
Oh, excellent.
And so your traditional Bible college type of format, organizational format, was specifically devoted to training people for vocational ministry or simply training people to serve in the church.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Many of our graduates would come to Calvary simply because they want to be able to teach Sunday school. They want to be able to, they just want to be better in serving the local church community. And so the transition to Calvary University, the name change, right? The difference between a college and a university is merely an organizational structure. It has nothing to do with our mission. It has nothing to do with our values and what is important to us. It's simply the way it is organized. So a college traditionally would only offer bachelor's degrees or 1-year certificates. A university is going to offer bachelor's degrees, graduate degrees, and doctoral degrees. And so the reality for Calvary was that we were following the university system before we actually changed our name.
Usually, probably for a while too.
For a long time.
Yeah.
So actually, the changing of the name was merely the recognition that we had already been organized to accomplish this anyway. And so it was Calvary Bible College and Theological Seminary. Now we simply brought those under one umbrella that is Calvary University. But the mission is the same. The commitment is the same. Every student who graduates from Calvary graduates with a double major. They major in whatever their program is, and then they major in biblical studies.
Oh,
so slightly dependent upon whether it's a ministry-focused program or it's a program like education business. They're going to take between 25 and 30 hours of Bible and theology classes. And then we have other classes that integrate Scripture into everything. Actually, every single one of our syllabi includes the Bible as a textbook on the syllabus itself.
Okay.
So really the vision of Calvary is that we're giving you the biblical worldview regardless of what you're studying.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you said that so you had mentioned just now that, you guys teach business. You have counseling degrees that you're having there. You're teaching, we're talking about like real world, like public education type of stuff, right? They can do education degrees.
Elementary and secondary.
Okay, education. But also with that, though, you also have an articulation programs that you...
Articulation agreements.
Okay, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, articulation agreements with other universities and or courses. How do those kind of work? So you're offering a degree program, basically, right?
Right.
A degree program that might include other organizations.
So Calvary has the programs that we offer with our full-time faculty and staff. So ministry studies, business, biblical counseling, education, elementary and secondary education, music. Until recently, we had a theater program. That's one we're trying.
Need to get that back. Yeah.
Well, theater is a rarity among Christians.
Do you guys have a good space over there for theater?
We do. We still put on shows.
Do you have like a slope theater down there or no? Or maybe not.
Yeah, it's a good space.
It's
a good space.
Okay.
Not necessarily like theater design.
Okay.
But we will have a spring show that will be coming up.
Yeah.
But what articulation agreements allow us to do is partner with another institution to be able to offer students a program that we don't necessarily offer. So, for example, we have an articulation agreement with UCM, University of Central Missouri in Warrensburg. And so we don't offer graphic design. We don't offer a graphic design program. However, a student who wants to study graphic design can come to Calvary. They can get their Bible education, they can get their general education courses, and then they would take their actual artistic graphic design courses at UCM, would transfer those to Calvary and graduate from Calvary with what's called professional directed studies. So they will graduate with a professional directed studies degree in graphic design. And this is something that is one really unique it's also really needed right now. David Kinnaman, who is president of Barna, wrote a book concerning millennials called "You Lost Me," and in that book, he makes the statement that the black hole of church membership, the time period in which we see so many people walking away from the Lord, is between the ages of 18 and 25.
True.
And that's no surprise. That's no surprise to any of us, because we know, right? We know what the secular education environment can be like. And so this enables us to have students who have a strong biblical and theological foundation, right? And yet they're still able to get the professional degree that they want,
Yeah.
and go into whatever marketplace position that they want to serve the Lord in. And so
That's so cool.
it really is a win-win. It's something that, more people need to catch a hold of. So,
Yeah. Do you want to say anything on that?
No.
Okay, it's all good. All right.
Ron was chomping at the bit there.
Oh no, it's
It's all good. All right. So
Yeah.
you also mentioned something. I just want to bring it up. The SMAT or something like that.
So yeah, we have articulation agreements with some other things.
Yeah.
SMAT is School of Missionary Aviation and Technology.
Let's see that.
in
Who knew?
Wisconsin. Yep.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's like we're talking about aviation, like aircraft flying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have a dual program. They do pilot training, but they also do airframe and power plant mechanics.
Uh-huh.
So fixing planes.
Oh,
which,
wow, that makes
if you're
sense.
going to be a missionary pilot, you kind of need
you kind of need to know how to work on a plane. Yeah.
Because you're gonna land it on a mountainside in the middle of a jungle. If
Yeah.
something goes wrong, you need to be able to prepare it.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Wow. Anyway, so all right, so you do have something also, something in your business, that I wouldn't think of. Calvary has something to do with sports management too, right?
Yes, we have so within business, we
Yeah.
have a sports management program. So coaches, you want to be a coach, you want to be a sports administrator, something like that. We also have an outdoor adventure leadership program.
Okay.
And so this one actually has kind of an interesting background, but it began with a view to trekking. And so this is something that's very popular in, countries like India, Nepal, et cetera, where you go out and you do a trek, or, maybe go to Colorado and
Yeah.
you have a men's ministry. Maybe you have a men's ministry that takes guys out into the woods.
I'm thinking of Wild at Heart. I'm thinking of
Yeah,
Wild.
it's
That's
the-
exactly what I thought of.
Yeah.
Right.
Wild at
Okay.
Heart.
Now
So
that makes sense now.
That's outdoor adventure
Okay.
leadership.
So I was trying to figure out what you were saying.
Yep.
Now I know what you're talking about. Wild at Heart. He takes a group of guys with some horses, goes out in the outback for.
It's that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. Or a camping ministry.
Yeah.
Camp director, camp program director.
That's so cool.
those kind of
Yeah,
things.
different ways of doing things. So,
Yeah.
and then okay, you guys are fully accredited. Is that correct?
Yes, Calvary is fully accredited by the Higher Learning Commission and Association of Biblical Higher Education.
So your university, your credits can be transferred to.
Yes, so the credits can be transferred.
Which
You
makes
can take
sense- which
those
makes
to go
big
to
deal.
another school and get a master's degree,
Yeah.
or PhD.
It makes a big deal. It
etc.
makes a big difference. So you
Yes, it
can
does.
you start out and actually get an associate's degree with Calvary University?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Can you get an associate's degree? Just
Yes,
a
we
normal
have an
associate's of
associate's. So we have
Educational.
one associate's degree. It's an associate's degree in ministry
Okay.
studies is what the program is.
yeah.
But you can transfer that to other institutions.
Okay, that's great.
And
Yeah.
so historically, especially during my age, when I was a student, there was a big push for students to go to a Bible college for a year. Go to a Bible college for a year, get some Bible and theology, get that kind of framework before you go on to something else. And that's still something that students can do. I didn't mention it, but we also have an early college program.
Okay.
And so juniors and seniors in high school can begin taking early college classes.
Well, that's
These
great,
are
yeah.
Classes that count for
Toward
college credit.
yeah.
And they can either continue that at Calvary, they could take that and transfer it to another institution,
Yeah.
but it counts as dual enrollment for both high school and for college.
Yeah. That's really good, especially if you live in the Kansas City area and you want to just, have your kids go somewhere for a couple of years,
We-
or
Yep.
or abroad,
We
obviously.
homeschool our kids, and I'm looking forward to this coming fall.
Yeah.
So fall of 26, my twins, my 15-year-old twins, will be enrolling as early college students.
Well, that makes sense too. Saves a lot of time. It's all about time saving. Anyway, so that's so cool. You've been there. So you said something about, you guys are recording all your classes, you're uploading them. You have a very, it looks like a very robust online program.
We do. So our online, the thing traditionally in colleges and universities, you've had traditional students, you've had adult students, you might have degree finishing students, just different categories of students. At Calvary, we just have students. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the age is. The classification is that we have students. What changes is the way that they interact with the material.
Uh-huh.
So all of Calvary's students are in all of our classes are both in class and online at the same time.
Yeah.
So we will have, and then we record our classes. So for example, this morning I was teaching contemporary theology. And so I have students who are in the classroom and they're facing me and everything you think of a traditional classroom environment. I have my laptop open and I have students who are live streaming into class through Microsoft Teams. And so I'm dialoguing with them that way. And then I am recording my class so that the class can then be put into our online learning management system so that students, adult students who work, for example, and can't join the class live, they can watch the recording later, but all of them are in the same class.
Oh, wow.
Through our learning management system. We use Canvas through our learning management system. We'll have discussion posts in there and they're able to interact with each other.
That's so good, yeah.
My church planting class, for example, I have a couple students in the classroom. I have a student who will join live and then they're able to dialogue on what they're learning through discussion posts and everything.
Yeah,
so it really... the best learning experience is coming from a college professor. The best learning experience is always being in the class in real time.
Uh-huh.
However, this is as close as we can get to making sure that everybody's getting the same experience, whether they're in class, they're online, they're watching a video later.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
John, do you have any questions?
Yeah, well, I wanted to go to some points on their website, too. So Calvary's located officially at 15800 Calvary Road, Kansas City, Missouri, 64147. You can reach their info line at 816-322-0110. Their admissions at 816-322-3960. And they have links on there to visit us, apply now, request information. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. And again, you already talked about you're providing a Christ-centered learning environment to equip you for life and service, and they can explore the academic program's vibrant campus life and opportunities to grow both spiritually and academically. By the numbers, top 30, lowest student debt in the Midwest, 8.81.
That's really wonderful.
Average student to faculty ratio, top 3% of Christian universities. Now, attached to that, those two, it says you're ranked in the top 30 out of 1,300 colleges and universities in the U.S. for lowest student debt upon graduation, and we won't stop our efforts until every student can graduate without a penny of student debt. You won't just study here. You'll gain a real-world experience through our Christian Ministries program and hands-on leadership opportunities. And it says you can get an affordable, biblically grounded education where you can grow. Our campus provides a rich environment for you to develop lifelong relationships, lifelong friendships and relationships. Our online campus and programs are also shaped to bring that formative environment and support system wherever you are in the world.
Yep.
You can use our drop-down menu. You've got academics, admissions and tuition, online, student life, athletics, about, and giving. And again, talk about you're going to be having a missions conference the last week.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
So in a week and a half, January 26th through 28th. So actually, if you go to our website, calvary.edu, there is a black bar at the very top of the website. And if you click on that, it'll take you to a page explaining more about our missions conference. But every year, Calvary has the Conference on Global Engagement.
Oh, cool.
So the Conference on Global Engagement, we bring in a speaker, usually somebody nationally known. Our speaker for this year is Dr. Ted Essler. Dr. Essler is the president of Missio Nexus, which, if you don't know, Missio Nexus is a networking organization for mission agencies.
Oh, wow.
So this is an organization that brings together mission agencies and local churches so that they can collaborate around the goal. If I put it this way, they can collaborate around the goal of zero. That there would be zero people groups and zero languages that don't have access to the gospel.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what they're all about.
Absolutely.
And so he will be coming in and sharing with our students. We will welcome, number off the top of my head, but we'll welcome around 30 mission reps from the same number of organizations like Avant, Crossworld, Team, Send, Ethnos 360, Midwest Church Extension, Village Missions, RH Rural Home Missionary Association. So there's some local organizations in that. There's some nationally focused organizations. There are some internationally focused organizations. We will even have some chaplains who are present if you're interested in serving in chaplaincy.
And I'm in chaplaincy training myself right now through the International Circle of Faith chaplaincy program.
Excellent.
And I'll be present at that conference.
Yep.
And looking forward to that.
So 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, of chapels and some special events. And Tuesday and Wednesday specifically, all of those individuals will be presenting seminars on a whole range of different topics. So anybody is welcome. It's traditionally it's offered for our students, of course, but anybody is welcome to go to the website, register, so we know you're coming, and come join us for those 3 days. We'd be glad to have you.
And I will be reporting back to Solid Rock Bible Church about that conference once I go, and you'll get to share more about it when you come to our missions conference in May. And I'll also write an article for the American Association for Higher Education and Accreditation about my having been there as well.
Excellent.
So what's the date on that again?
January 26th through 28th.
So soon.
2026. It's a week and a half away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a week and a half away.
So cool.
But you can still register. You go to our website, you can still register for it.
Yeah. I registered by the special price before January 1st. So
And now he said it's $35. It's not a lot.
Yeah. And you had said, even based off of your mandate, basically to eliminate debt on graduation, not the mandate, but the mission basically to eliminate debt on graduation from Calvary, that this is as low cost as possible organization for people to attend.
Well, we try. So Calvary, I mean, we try to make it affordable.
I mean, there has to be something involved.
The average, we obviously we welcome gifts and donations, and but the effort is there. We know how difficult it can be when you graduate, especially if you're graduating and you're going into ministry. Yeah. And the ministry profession is not known for lining the pocketbooks, and so we know how difficult it can be to deal with the student debt and the loans. So we try to keep it as affordable as possible.
That's awesome.
Now, we are accredited students, are able to get loans and grants and all of those different kind of things. But as much as possible, we want to keep the cost affordable for us.
That's awesome. Very good. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. And it's really great. I mean, we learned a lot about Calvary University. Oh, I forgot to mention. If you've lived in Kansas City for a long time, 88.5, the 88.5 used to be the go-to channel. It's still a great channel to listen to Christian music and television. Anyway, so Calvary Bible College used to run that program. They've since sold it. I think 8 to 10 years ago.
8 to 10 years ago, I believe.
8 to 10 years ago to a larger conglomerate. but they're doing a great job with it too. But that's kind of, you'd always hear 88.5 on Calvary Bible.
Something that would ring a bell with some of your listeners.
For me, it would.
Yep.
And I just had the Kriegers, who used to be one of the main couples on Calvary 88.5 on the station there, and on the Men of the Potter's Hands podcast.
Yeah, so anyway, so what I'm saying is Calvary, Bible College, now called Calvary University, has been serving Kansas City for a very long time.
Yes, we have.
And that station's
close to 100 years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We haven't quite got to 100 years, but close to that.
That's so cool.
And that station is now known as Life 88.5 now.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Anyway, great groups now managing, and managing radio is a whole nother animal. Takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, and we'll have your website and information for people to contact the organization on the website. Do you want people to be able to reach out to you directly, or
if anybody wants to, if they want to reach out to me directly, my email address is my name, Joshua, Joshua .Paxton, Paxton, at calvary.edu.
All right, great. I'll have that on the show notes as well. So if they want to, this is our guest. If you want to ask questions about Calvary.
Absolutely. Would love to hear from anybody.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me.
God bless.